Yo, what is up, guys? Jetxc here, man. And today I wanted to talk over some dev Q&A talk with you guys. Looks like someone was able to kindly put it up on the Reddit, so I'm gonna take a look. But firstly, check out my last video. It's an hour long, but I go over everything with the chat. I live stream this event, 10 out of 10 event. Here's a sneak peek at some of the costumes. I believe, yeah, and I showed the characters as well. So it's going to be pretty exciting. It's happening next week, the 14th, guys. So yeah, definitely lock in for this because it's going to be a crazy update. Now, a lot of the Q&A section, they answered a lot of questions, guys. A lot of questions. So let's just go over them. First question, self-insert. Devs are discussing the idea of making players the MC of some content. So I don't know how the main story is going to be. They said the main story won't they won't do anything with the story this year. They're going to start touching on it next year. I don't know if they're going to add the MC to this self-insert MC or if they're going to do it for like character packs. No clue, right? Like no clue at all. But yeah, it really does seem like they're doing it, and that self-insert is going to lead to some other content that they're also discussing. Real-time PvP, they asked, the devs aren't sure. Priority is adding more content to the game. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like real-time PvP would be tough to do. The best iteration of real-time PvP I've seen is Epic 7. I used to play that for like 2 years. I don't know how much people would like. I don't know. I feel like Mirror Wars is the perfect balance of like casual and like also being able to take the game serious and also respecting your time, right? So I don't know about real-time PvP. Nebris, so from what I gather here, it seems like they're considering costumes that have synergy with her swimsuit costume. Also, Nebris, she will be coming out in September. For those of you that don't know, didn't see my last video, Nebris is coming out in September. Don't know when, but in September. New story packs, no new packs till at least Q1 2025. Character packs have high priority. So yeah, there you go. That's what I was talking about earlier. Genderbent costumes, Dead says they will never do genderbent costumes. Fair enough. SR collab weapons. They are thinking of making them earnable in-game. Okay. So for collabs like with Eris and all them, or excuse me, Shoko Titsei. Male characters. Okay, so this was an interesting one. They will add more male characters when they are done with female characters they have planned. Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys. The way it was worded in the stream, it sounded like a roundabout way of saying that they might not have any male characters, right? Like, okay, it's been 8 months since we've had a male character, right? And I don't know when they're done adding female characters because they're just going to keep adding female characters. I haven't played Brave 9, but there's a ton of characters in Brave 9. I honestly think they're going to add new female units before they add male characters. And the reason I'm thinking this is because, okay, let's just say all of next year is female characters, right? So that would be like a year and 8 months. At some point, it's going to get to the point where if they do start to add male characters, the fan base might be against that. I'm not going to lie, because this is what I'm thinking in my head. If they're going to add nothing but female characters and stop, and then add nothing but male characters, I don't, the players that they have in this game right now, from the collab, from the swimsuit collab, from the winter event, you're kind of getting the fan base that is that like play the likes of like waifu collectors and shit like that, right? And I've been telling people, the player base that started day one, they weren't necessarily asking for no male players, but they kind of went that route themselves, right? Like, I know there was some talk every time a male character would come out, oh, I'm going to skip because male banner, but that no one was saying, oh, get rid of male characters. So they've done it themselves, and they've kind of created the fan base that we have now, which I'm not saying is a bad fan base, right? Not a bad fan base at all, but I don't know if they're actually going to add male characters, guys. I know for the majority of people, they don't care. I know there's a few that have been asking for it, like, as of late. But based off of their answer, who knows how long that could be. That could be a good year and a half, 2 years, right? So, again, if they were to do that and then do nothing but male characters for 2.5, or not 2.5, let's just say like a year or two, I feel like a lot of the player base would be upset by that. Just my 2 cents, right? Especially when they're doing self-inserts and then a possible bond system, which we'll get into. That's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Steam release. They're planning on it. Okay, interesting. Mamoneer release. They are considering adding her along with Levia's OG costume. Cool. Mamoneer was actually in the beach event. Let's see. My Room updates. Devs are discussing whether to add restaurant/inn feature for the My Room. I think that would be cool. Interactive Live 2D. This is a big one that people have been asking for a while. They are discussing whether to add a special event scene or leaving it as it is, but need for more research first. So it really sounds like together with the self-insert and the Live 2D, I think that's going to coincide hand in hand. Onsen costume. Expect onsen, yukata, or kimono costumes, but they aren't sure which type of onsen customer players want to see, or costume players want to see. Mobile PC higher quality, working on it and discussing how to implement. This would be nice, like especially on PC. Higher quality would be insane for cutscenes, guys. Holy. PC auto login, excuse me. Devs are discussing it essentially on improving the PC client. More side stories, considering adding more side stories to story pack, but the story team is focused on other tasks, right? Like character packs. Lowering brightness, they are considering this. Brightness for these guild cutscenes on like the main screen, the wallpaper, right? Question 17. Friends improvement, devs are discussing it, but guild content is a higher priority. Fair enough. Marriage system. They are discussing the idea of adding a bond or marriage system, which also ties into the self-insert idea they were discussing. So again, I really do think, based off of this question, the Live 2D and the self-insert, they're going the waifu route, guys. Like there's no other way to explain that, right? So it sounds like this is going to be a system that may be looked into like next year for sure, but they're definitely discussing it. It seems like for real. So yeah, fishing system. Devs are considering how to implement this. Not a fan of fishing myself. New Sylvia costume. Essentially they hesitated. They don't want to spoil. Oh, and also Dongtan costume, bunny costume, and they actually asked about dolphin pants. So I think, honestly, since they read it, I feel like Dongtan costumes might actually happen. And then bunny costumes are for sure happening, but people brought up dolphin pants. Like, hey, I guess dolphin pants will happen too. We'll see. Title system. Devs are considering upgrading 3 stars. Devs are thinking about this, but not sure how to implement. Rerunning buffers. They are not sure if players will like if they keep rerunning buffers all the time, or selling buffers in packages to new players. Yeah, they've already rerun buffers. Like, how many times has Diana come up? Like 3 times? Like at some point you got to realize, like, new players, like if they didn't join in at certain points, oh well, you know. Like, I get how buffers are really meta, but people want to see other shit reran. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on that. What's the collab? They can't say. By the way, they have a collab. They will let us know more in September. Yeah, pretty insane, guys. Pretty insane. Again, pretty good information. Really excited. Let me know what you think about these questions. If you got any questions for me, let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, what a great event, man. I can't wait. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Later.